Good afternoon, guys. Colin and I are here at Melaleuca. This is the Melaleuca lagoon behind me. We had planned to be departing a little bit earlier, but unfortunately we flew in about lunchtime and my pack couldn't make it onto the plane because the plane was overweight. So we're just waiting for it to arrive on a later plane and then we'll head off. The original plan was to get up to the base of Mt Rugby on the other side of the Bathurst Narrows so that we could climb that first thing in the morning. It might be a bit far to get up there this afternoon, given that we won't be leaving till about 4 o'clock. So our hope at the moment is we'll begin paddling up the inlet as far as Claytons Corner, and we'll probably stop there for the season. Okay, well a tip for new players: don't launch your boat in the lagoon. It is shallow, too shallow to float the boats, and the bottom is mud where you sink to your knees. I've ended up just crawling all the way across the water behind me in that grassy area that you can see. That was horrendous, but I'm in the channel now, thankfully. Unfortunately, Cole over here is still crawling across the mush, so bit of a slow start, but hopefully we'll get going shortly. Morning, guys. It's about 10 to 9 on Monday morning, and we're making our way out Mt Rugby. We ended up having a bit of a horrendous time getting through the mud out of the lagoon at Melaleuca yesterday, and because of the late start we didn't actually get through to our camp here below Mt Rugby until about 7 p.m. so we got here late, but we're on track, making our way up the mountain today, and we're rethinking our plans. Originally the plan was this afternoon, after we do this walk, to paddle across to the old river, but having got in late last night we just realised that paddling when it's getting cold and we've then got to set up camp is probably not ideal, and the wind's probably going to come up in the afternoon as well. So we're contemplating staying here another night and paddling across the old river in the morning. Unfortunately the weather later in the week is turning, so we don't know that we'll get to the Spiro range now, but we might be able to do some other stuff up there. So anyway, I'll keep you updated as we go and we decide what we're doing. Hi guys, it's not been quite an hour and a half since we set off, and we're up on the ridge line that we need to get to, so we're now on the saddle before we make the climb up the hill. Some amazing views behind us here. You can see all the way back to Melaleuca, so down the Melaleuca inlet that we paddled, and you can even see the airstrip from here. And then shortly we will have a little break here, but then it's time to head up the hill, so I'll just show you that. So I'll spin around. That is the summit up there, so we just got across the saddle and still a little bit more up until we get to the top. I don't know if we're quite halfway up the summit from the saddle, but we've broken into this area now out of the scrub, and there's all these giant rocky boulders that are really impressive. So we're just passing through them now. It's yeah, different sort of landscape to what we had seen lower down. I think we're getting close. We've certainly come a long way up from where we started down at the water there. Still haven't quite got to the top, but we've encountered some really serious scrambling in this last little bit, including what's just ahead of Cole here. There's this rock gap that you've got to climb up through, which is really hard going. Hi guys, after 3¼ hours of walking, I'm on the summit of Mt Rugby. That doesn't include our little morning tea break. That was really unexpectedly difficult at the end. So the walk up to the ridge down here was really easy. Like, it was quite straightforward, the pad's really clear, wasn't a problem. This last bit getting up here is really steep. Lots of clambering, really scrubby, close track. But we're here now and we're going to take in those views, which is just amazing. Obviously, down that way we've got Melaleuca, so the Melaleuca inlet down to the airstrip, coming around to Bathurst Harbour, so close to mountains, and then behind them we've got the Eastern Arthurs. You can see Federation Peak out there, coming around with the Western Arthurs, and then coming back round, you can see the Davey River down there, which we paddled down 2 years ago when we paddled from Lake Pedder down to Port Davey, out to the Southern Ocean. Just absolutely spectacular. Good morning guys, it's nearly 11:30 on Tuesday, and I didn't actually record any video this morning, but we set up from our campsite under Mt Rugby, which is over here, and we were paddling back to Claytons Corner. Originally our plan had been to go over to the old river on the other side of Bathurst Harbour, but unfortunately with the weather coming in at the end of the week, we've decided to give that a miss. So we're paddling back to Claytons Corner today. I've just stopped in here at one of the Celery Top Islands and checking out the beach here and having some morning tea. And shortly we'll head off and continue on our way to Claytons Corner again. It's about lunchtime and we've arrived at Claytons Corner, which is where we're planning to spend the night tonight. So there's the jetty there that you would have seen as we came in. We've just tied the rafts up in the shade over here and deflated them a little bit. And hopefully we'll spend tonight in the hut up here. So I'll give you a look at that. There's a track going up this way, so I'll go and have a look. And there is the hut. It's a whole house. It's pretty amazing. Out here in the middle of the wilderness. Little kitchen, lounge room, some bedrooms out the back. Yeah, pretty amazing. Wednesday morning guys, and we stayed here last night at Claytons Corner, and today before the sun gets up too high we're going to try and climb Mt Beattie, so just heading up there now. At the start, the track was a little bit undulating. You head down and across Beattie Creek, but once you get across Beattie Creek it's pretty much unrelenting up. This mountain, I can't remember how high it is, but it's under 300 metres, so total climb is not too bad, although we're climbing that from sea level, so we are climbing the full 300 metres. 1 kilometre in and we've busted out of the tree cover, and now we're just crossing some button grassy slopes. I don't know that we'll get any more forest to give us any shade, which is disappointing because it's forecast to get to 30 degrees today. We did plan to set out early, but that didn't really work out as well as we planned. We got up and took some sunrise photos from Clayton's lookout. By the time we did that and mucked around having breakfast, tidying up a bit, the day's got on. So yeah, out in the sun now, but another glorious day down here. Well, after only 46 minutes we've made it to the summit of Mt Beattie. Across there is Mt Rugby, which we climbed 2 days ago, and we paddled around to Claytons Corner yesterday. Views are absolutely fantastic though, so I'll give you a bit of a look. That's looking down the Bathurst Narrows. There's the crossing for the Port Davey track there, where there's rowboats on either side. Out further to Port Davey, and then round this way to Bathurst Harbour, Celery Top Islands there, and then down there is Claytons Corner, where we stayed last night. Morning guys, after a couple of days here at Claytons Corner, it's time to head back to Melaleuca. So we're going to paddle back there this morning to try and beat the weather that's coming in, and unfortunately we're going to be stuck there for a couple of days now. We couldn't get a flight out till Sunday, and we do have the winds picking up today, rain later tonight, and then a couple of days of rain. So we'll be playing lots of cards at Melaleuca for a little bit. Well guys, we made it back to Melaleuca, and that's probably the end of the trip for us. We've got bad weather here for the next few days coming in, so I think we're stuck here till Sunday. So 3 nights in the cabin again that we were stuck in last time we came to Melaleuca, but it's been a really good trip so far. Really enjoyed being able to do Mt Rugby, checking out Claytons Corner, and lovely paddle around Bathurst Harbour. So been a great trip.